on Curiosity Stream. He allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimate.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
That's Jeff coming up talking turkey with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. But first time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
One from today on the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Guys, I saw the Wienermobile at a grocery store. My daughter was about 10 years old at the time. When we pulled into the parking lot, it set up in front of the grocery store. I was so excited. My daughter thought I was crazy. They had games, spin the wheel for a prize. We got a Polaroid picture with us, too, in front of the Wienermobile before cell phone cameras, a weenie whistle, and a Wienermobile stuffed toy. My life is now fulfilled. By the way, most Wienermobile people are usually college students, and they have to interview for the position to get it. And they pay very well, and they get to travel all over the summer. So.
The weenie whistle is what I remember the most.
The weenie whistle.
Right, because I don't know. Like, I'm the same way when I was a kid. Like, if that thing ever drove down, like, we got excited and we'd go chase it.
Yeah, of course. It's the Wienermobile, man.
Yeah.
I might do that as an adult.
It's like when you used to see the blimp.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, you just lose your mind.
Yeah. I remember seeing the Wienermobile parked at a hotel in College Park. And we were like, we got to stake it out.
On to the birthdays, all the guys, liquor and whores. This is for my drunk bro that didn't get his request in on time, and I forgot to submit one from little brother Dave. We don't do that, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry people forgot your birthday. Happened to me growing up, and I just, kind of cried, bit the bullet.
Just kind of cried. Even just shed one tear.
Just so sad. Hi, guys. Want to wish my stepson, Gershon, a happy 16th birthday. He's been a great kid since I met him 5 years ago. Love you very much. Could he get an owl hitting the window, a suck-it-up cupcake, and Coach Ted with some life advice? Love Evan and Mom. Thanks, guys, from Maryland.
So, suck it up, cupcake.
How old? 16?
16.
All right. Some life advice. Number one, you're 16. So you get away with eating a lot of stuff, but even now, put in some fruits and vegetables. Number two, be careful driving on the roads. It's not you got to worry about. It's those other idiots. Number three, have fun, but not too much fun.
Bitches, it's my brother's 21st. Gonna get a big old bong rip, some thrill shotgun gets, and you guys talking all over each other about UW football. Thanks, guys. That from Josh. Kid. I gotta say,
I'm trying to think.
Man,
Back in the day, people were traffically done on Mercy. They used to call it the murder of man.
Everyone gets
Speaking of that,
I'm a
all the rest
team
of
that you're playing against instead of having the coach grab his own
talent. Take a shot down the field once in a while.
Somebody in the other
I don't know.
Not
Maybe work a scheme. I feel like the lake show is over.
All guys, Brian here, a.k.a. B-Ride from Port Angeles. Today is my 27th birthday. A lot of celebrity deaths linked to that age, so I'm not trying to throw away my fame and fortune by 28. So can I get an OG fish sandwich, a pissed-off Vince Neil on the phone? Cheers, guys, and keep on rocking, Men's Room.
Two Oregon fish sandwich? I just said that.
Pachola's, Massachusetts. Chuck here celebrating my 30 while on my honeymoon in Maui. Can I please get an original fish sandwich and Captain Crunch and Aussie Ted telling me how to get down island style? Thank you guys, and party on, boys, from Massachusetts, Chuck.
Fish sandwich.
Ooh, you come to the right place if you want to learn how to party island style. I learned everything I know from Little Debbie. I have to admit I was shocked when I found out she had pierced nipples, but let's just say that definitely made times a little bit better. And you can use a coconut shell as a cod piece. Crunch berries.
Ted here from Melbourne. First of all, you need to get some of that Maui Wowie that the whole place is famous for. Number 2, island style. I imagine it means a lot of tiki drinks. Just be careful what you put in the po. Po? Poi.
Poi.
Hey, first time I went there, somebody offered me some poi, and to my surprise, it was food.
Chuck, and if you can, and you have the time, go to an authentic Hawaiian luau.
At the Sheraton?
At the Sheraton. Kaanapali.
Just like they did for thousands of years.
It is just like the original luau back in the day.
You go to my family's.
But you're at the Sheraton.
Your family's?
Yeah, there's a famous one, like the Smith family luau.
For real?
Yeah, we learned about it on this show.
I'd say the name Smith tells you it's authentic.
For sure.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not too late. It's my 34th birthday today, and all I want to hear is the captain tell us how his berries became crunch berries. Thanks, guys. That from Lee.
Well, the one thing about my product is consistency. That's the name of the game. So for our children's cereal, we kept it quite simple. Fiberglass, asbestos, and baboon semen. Have you ever tried to milk a baboon for its semen, Miles?
No.
It takes a steady hand, maintain eye contact, and always offer an unfiltered Paul ball at the end. I didn't say I enjoyed doing it. I also didn't say I don't. Crunch berries.
Guys, want to give a 40th-ish birthday shout-out?
Unfiltered, huh?
Unfiltered.
All right, yeah, I'll
the
note that.
Keebler-elves found out the hard way then.
Yeah. Well, the other part I knew.
Guys,
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Guys, want to give a 40th birthday shout-out to Mary Beth, a.k.a. Biscuit, today. All-around wonderful woman, great and supportive mom, aunt, sister, friend, the list goes on. How about a roof that don't leak? And Coach said on being 40-ish. Thanks, guys. That from the Elk Plain Drifter and the Boyle and Biscuit crew. No idea.
All right, first of all, to reference another coach, you got to risk it for the biscuit. Everybody knows that. That's why there's a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. Being 40, all right. First of all, I'd go to the store right now. What you want to do is buy something you're probably not familiar with, but it's called Ben Gay. You're going to want to apply some of this ointment to your back, your left knee, and your right elbow. Don't ask why. All of those are going to hurt.
As a fact. Right. Gentlemen, hoping you get a birthday shout out for my 41st birthday. I'm a veteran. Want to say thanks for all you do in support of the Fisher House, along with keeping us somewhat sane over the last year and a half with all your jokes and stories. Greatest story never told. And the Men's Room Happy Hour. Keep up the good work. And rock on. That from Warren, listening on the Odyssey app from Oregon, who wants a Ellen Thick, a Leroy Jenkins, and an owl hitting the window, please.
Uh-oh, look out.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Gentlemen, today's my coworker Melvin's 54th birthday. Does an outstanding job keeping our organization's vehicle fleet in great shape and is one of the kindest people that I've ever known. Great pleasure to be on a team with him. With the Iron Bowl coming up, he would be thrilled to hear the naughty Germans talk trash on the Auburn Tigers football team. Thanks so much, guys. That from Alex.
Yeah, I do not know much about these Auburn Tigers, other than the fact that they're named after a big, big pussy.
Yeah. Said also one time, says also, they have the eagle. So I can't decide what they are. I say the Tigers? Is it war eagle? But one time that silly eagle flew right into a glass window on a suite. But yeah, I know about these Auburn. It's an awesome video. It's these Auburn Tigers. They remind me a lot of our own leagues, the Bundesliga. Poor Dortmund. They're like Auburn, always second to Byron or Alabama.
All of Charles Liquor and Whores, I want to request my own birthday wish because I don't know anybody, so I'm doing it for myself. Was born in Bavaria, Germany on the 11th of November, 1951. So I am 70 years old. Ouch. Year 69 was a total bitch, so I'd like to hear the following if possible. How about your penis is too small, a Sarah Palin, and a cut that bitch off next color. Thanks, bitches. That from Rusty Butt.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Cut that bitch off! Next call.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob, and appreciate a couple extra emails here. Subject is Poor Mikey.
Poor Mikey. Do you have sad music?
No. Poor Mikey. Oh, man, these are all really actually pretty sad.
I got cookies today, man.
They just weren't warm and out of the oven.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Or made with love.
Subject, Poor Mikey.
Damn.
With the childhood that he had, I think Mike needs a big hug instead of harassing him. A P.S. You guys really made me laugh all day. Thanks for a good weekend.
Would you rather be harassed or hugged, Mike?
By you guys?
Yes.
I'll take the harassment.
How about a harassing hug?
I'll just take the regular harassment.
Known as sexual assault by most law enforcement officers.
You're right. That is the correct answer.
Subject, Mike Hawk.
Oh, God.
What the F kind of childhood did you have, man?
I should eat a cookie while I'm listening to this.
From Parker. Subject, cookies.
You know what? A childhood that led me
Guys,
there, man.
My grandma, Opal Ruth, used to bake her ass off during the holidays.
Good for her.
She made the weirdest cookies. Powdery almond balls.
That was your grandfather's nickname.
Sure, they were delicious.
Peanut chocolate clusters with those savory Chinese sticks, like from Chungking, mixed in.
All right.
And crispy cheese cookies, like from the squeeze tube, and many other oddities. By the way, she was from Oklahoma. That from Trista, but she made her loved ones cookies, and she loved them very much.
I'm sure that's right.
Cheese cookies, huh?
Cheese cookies? I'd eat it.
We'll drink a toast with a shot of the day, but first...
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. As we all know, the holiday season is upon us. Yeah, it is. It is. Thanksgiving is coming up. So a lot of things go around Thanksgiving. What would you guys like to hear first? You want to talk side dishes, panic, or Thanksgiving anger?
Ooh, why don't we start with panic? Get the worst out of the way, right?
All right. There's nothing left in the stores.
Panic.
Whole turkeys. Grocery stores have a 39% as many as they normally would right now. So if you got room in your freezer, it might be a good idea to snag one.
Okay.
We call that turkey snagging.
Yeah. I mean, look, now granted, I've always lived in major metropolitan areas. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that I've ever been to the grocery store and there wasn't like a turkey.
Right.
Or a turkey breast.
Turkey breast.
Even if you get a whole.
Turkey breast can be hard to find.
Yeah, but you know, they're if you can find them and you only serving 3 or 4 people, they work.
I tried to find one last year on Wednesday. That was tough. Now, I'll also say this, man. Listen to me. If you're not having a big party, even if you're, get a chicken.
I was like, you can always eat something else.
Yeah,
it is
get a
perfectly
chicken.
okay. The turkeys don't mind.
Let's see. Cranberry sauce. Again, this is panic. It's around 80% of the normal stock. But it's dropping.
Yeah, but you can always buy a can of,
that's part of it.
It might not be fresh, but I'm sure you can get
most
a can
people buy cans.
It's also at 80% of its stock.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Gelatinous
You're
stuff.
going to care if you don't have cranberry sauce.
I mean, my God, they have a whole year to get this stuff ready to go. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're going out for cranberries like in June. Like, I need some cranberries for something. You don't.
Also, last year, you couldn't even eat with people mainly. Right? You had to, do it outside or social distance. You're indoors wearing a mask. Just be happy you got some family and friends there.
And if you don't have cranberry sauce, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. Get a TV dinner. I don't know. Yams and sweet potatoes.
Okay, now here's the problem.
So they have about 75% as they normally would.
Holy Jay!
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, though. I'm still not positive on the difference between a sweet potato and a yam.
I'm not either. Someone explained it once, and I've already forgotten. It wasn't enough for me to care.
They taste similar.
Only one is a euphemism for ass.
That is correct.
And it's not a sweet potato.
No. Look at the sweet potatoes on her.
Sounds right.
Although I would say this, I get the feeling in the Seattle area we'll probably be okay in the sweet potato.
I'm with you.
Just saying.
About to candy those yams.
Mm-hmm.
Stovetop stuffing. Generic brands. might be okay on this one. Supplies are currently at 88% of their normal levels and rising. Again, panic! Jesus, man. Well, I don't know what we're going to eat. Yeah, like, come on. It'll be fine.
Everything's going to be there. It might be a little bit more expensive, but
also, it's stuffing. Listen, I get it, right? You're in a hurry, whatever. And stovetop. I like stovetop. I probably haven't had it in 10 years.
I like it too.
But also, it ain't that hard to make your own.
No.
Right. Buy some butter. You need about 7 to 8
some
seasonings.
Celery.
Yeah, some celery, some onions. Yeah. Pro tip, though, remember, after you chop up your onion and celery, when you're adding it and you're melting your butter, low flame.
Sure.
All right? Because you want those onions to kind of almost turn clear while they're in your butter.
Mm-hmm.
This one, pre-made refrigerator pies. So not pies at the store, I think just the pre-made refrigerator ones. They could be sold out around Thanksgiving. Frozen pies would be a lot easier to, like, damn it, people. There is food out there.
Yeah, right. You're fine.
Maybe we're just so used to having ridiculous amounts of food in our grocery store that it's like, oh, we got to panic on this.
Typically, we have too much food, so if you're short one thing, no one's going to complain. Unless it's mashed potatoes.
Basically, what I'm hearing is,
I'm losing my mind.
You always have a ton of leftovers. Maybe not this year.
All right.
Maybe you just eat actually what you have served. Remarkable idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I make stuffing every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, honestly, like, people be shocked. Like, you end up throwing it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you make a tub of it the size of, like, you could feed.
I know. Well, because I've always worried. Now, here's the thing, though. A lot of people, they say Thanksgiving will be ruined if they don't have any leftovers. 56% of it, which I agree with. There is something very specific and delicious about watching, well, this is personal, but watching college football on Friday or Saturday. Sure. You got some good bread, maybe some bread you don't always get, like Texas toast or that buttermilk one that's way too expensive. Mm-hmm. And the company's got a little bridge on the thing. But people are like, look, I'd be pissed if they don't have it. So what makes the best leftovers? 62% say it's the turkey. Mashed potatoes and stuffing were tied for second. Pumpkin pie's in there, followed by apple pie, green bean casserole, rolls, them candy jams, gravy, and cornbread. Gravy? That's your favorite leftovers, gravy.
It goes on everything.
Now, here's the thing, though. They say the average person ends up throwing away 8 pounds of leftovers. So everybody's always worried about it. Like the last few years, I've tried to cut down a ton. Like, all right, we're only bringing. I'm only taking leftovers that we know we're going to eat.
Right. Let's legitimately try.
It should
just
basically
cook
be
what
for the next day. Maybe you have some extra turkey.
Right.
But you should be able to take care of everything the next day. You know what I mean? As far as eating it.
Yeah, and like there's different ways too. Like I remember, like when I was a kid, if we had Thanksgiving at our house, right, and you had a bunch of leftover mashed potatoes, like one morning you might have potato pancakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And stuffing, too. You know, once stuffing to me isn't just for Thanksgiving, the meal, or for the leftovers. It's that friendly little snack that's there for a couple days. You know what I mean?
A handful of it, pop it
out. While it's sitting there, you grab a little clump. You know, you use enough butter, it should be a little clumpy.
I take it all, take a roll and put it all in a roll and heat it up in the microwave for like 35 seconds and just do like a Thanksgiving sandwich with stuffing, turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy.
I'm with you, but see, I don't put gravy on mine, but I also don't like it hot. I like it cold.
Okay.
And a lot of people kind of freak out with cold stuffing. I think there's something like,
I don't.
And I like the texture of like going through bread to the meat. Well, there's probably mayonnaise on there too.
Right.
And then the bread on bread. Because it's the only real time you're allowed to eat bread.
You got a bread sandwich.
Right? Like, when else do you eat bread on bread?
Sounds like the worst thing in the world. Right. When I was a kid, we only had bread sandwiches. Nothing in the middle. Just bread.
Right, wasn't that the joke people talk about hand sandwiches? We just take a piece of, like, bologna and, like, smear mustard on it and eat it, as opposed to bread on bread. But I'm just thinking, like, that's really the only time you're going to eat, like, I don't know, you never eat a sandwich and go, should we stuff bread in the middle?
Yeah, that does not happen.
Right? Meat, vegetables, anything like that. But, like, let's put some in there. Also, another little secret. I'm sure a lot of people know this because you see a lot of famous places doing it. Again, I don't like cranberry sauce itself.
Nope.
But it's very delicious on the leftover sandwich.
Yes, it is.
I do agree. It becomes a condiment, not a side dish.
Exactly.
Like, I don't eat a bowl of ketchup, but I enjoyed it on a burger.
There's some cranberry-based condiments in the refrigerator right now at work.
There is.
Yeah, and it's specifically for turkey sandwiches, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is like cranberry horseradish.
It is. Fantastic.
The berry's getting hot.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it.
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimate.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cashback Match. Now to recap and say cashback one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
99.9 KISW. The men's room is in progress.
Coming up in just minutes, we will drink, we will toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, there's a man in San Francisco that broke up with his boyfriend of a year and a half and made rebound brochures that he dropped around town. Hey, why not? Get your name out there, right?
And I bet you worked for him.
Right.
I think that's awesome.
You can't fish until you put the lure in the water there.
That is correct.
Yep. 28 million Americans would rather run through their office naked than reveal their pay.
I mean, I just want to run through it naked to make my coworkers uncomfortable.
Sure, make a
I'll
statement.
tell them how much I get paid. I'm going to run naked, too.
I'll do it while I'm running through the office naked.
No wonder he gets so much.
Get paid by the inch, mama.
72% of millennials either created a will for the first time or updated an existing one within the last year.
I got to get to that. But, see, I'm torn, right? Because my wife's always like, we need to do that, which I watch enough of those primetime shows. Like, you want me to do this? Because as soon as I do it, you're going to kill me, right? And I know that's worse. Because women are crafty. They take 6 months to poison you. So it's not, like, real obvious that they're responsible for your murder. But
just don't ever get that life insurance, man.
But my thing is like, I want to say she brought it up like 2 years ago. I'm like, no. And she's like, I'm not going to kill you. I said, but I don't know that. Why? You're not going to tell me you're going to kill me.
Right.
So I don't know what your plans are. I don't know if you've already started the process. But my thought is simply this, and I don't know if this works legally, and I get hit by a car, I'm dead.
Right.
I mean, and I know all the legal blah, blah, blah. But at some point, like, who in the F do you think I'm leaving it to?
She's just slowly taking a file to your brake line.
Yeah, I don't know.
One stroke every day.
I mean, look, she said she's making matzo ball soup tonight. Now, and I'm looking forward to it. It's cold, it's rainy.
You bet.
But if I'm eating it, and she's not eating it, I'm going to stop eating it. Because she told me in advance. That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
She'll give me with chicken biscuits a lot. Like, ooh, I know hook up chicken. I love chicken and biscuits, and that's great. But again... Like,
so what is your Achilles heel food then? What could she make that you would never question that you just died? Lasagna. If she made it, she could poison it. You'd never friggin' know.
It's not that. I would tell her, I don't even care. I don't even care if you lace this goddamn thing with arsenic.
Oh, go out, man.
It's fine. So look,
you gotta do the gangster thing one day. Like, just like there's two plates and you just kind of switch them. Enjoy your bite.
But she knows
That'd
me.
Be awesome.
So I guarantee she has the poison in front of her. I think for me, the litmus test would be to call the kids over. Hey, try a bite. And if she's like, no! Then I'm like, I'll try it, man.
Take mine, kid. There you go. 1 out of 5 remote workers admit to being under the influence on a Zoom call.
Well, yeah, it's a Zoom call.
Right.
Why did you schedule for 5 o'clock on a Friday?
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, man, I'm working from home.
That is on you.
Chances are better than even I didn't have a speaking role in this particular meeting, so yeah, I'm going to get loaded before I get in there.
Well, let's also be honest, right? Like, right? They're saying they've had something, right?
Right.
Under the influence. It's not like you're wasted, but like, there's a lot of jobs where it's not that weird in countries to like have a beer or two at lunch.
Right.
So if you're at home and nobody could smell your breath, what the hell?
Ta-da!
I mean, look, there was all that at-home schooling last year.
Yeah.
95% of parents are getting drunk while their kids are there.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck with the kids. My wife, who was not a big drinker, all right, she had to deal with the kids when they were home. And at about 11:30 in the morning, I get a text, and it's just a picture of a cocktail.
All right.
I'm like, I get it, man.
There were a lot of parents that were getting in trouble because they were showing up in their students' backgrounds. Like, there was actually a classroom going on, and they were actually in there with the teacher and other students, and then all of a sudden, Mom would show up. She just had a big old drink in her hand.
Well, the only thing, and I felt kind of bad, but I don't care. I'm going to hug and kiss my kids, period, right?
Sure.
So they're doing their Zoom school thing, but when I go to work, you get a hug and a kiss. I mean, that's good. You don't have to like it, but it's going to happen. So they'd sit there and show the little classmates, and you'd hear them say, oh, here comes so-and-so's dad. Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I love you. I'm going to work.
1 in 6 men have had a relationship fight about facial hair.
Yeah.
Well, they're not fighting with themselves.
Yeah.
They know what they want.
Yeah, look, here's my thing with that. It's just this. I get grief about the beard every once in a while. I'm like, no, I understand, but I don't care. And here's the thing. When you get your hair cut, it's not like you tell me what you're going to do.
Right.
You just come home, and I will experience what you've decided to do. It doesn't matter if I like your haircut. It doesn't matter if I don't like your haircut. It's your haircut. I don't say, now I might come to work and be like, God damn it. It doesn't matter.
Facial hair is the equivalent of you getting the short haircut in a heterosexual relationship.
Right. I mean, that's it.
Oh, I just want this bob. They come home like, oh, no, it's going to take a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't say that. I'm just going to grow a mustache.
Great, honey.
I'm going to grow a mustache then.
You'll know if we don't like your haircut. Is that a handlebar mustache? Sure is.
Just wanted it off the ends.
Sure it is, pixie cut.
Right. It'll grow back, sweetie. What do you mean? You don't like it? It'll grow back.
I think I prefer the goatee over the full beard. Never mind, I like the full beard better. Well, now it's going to take a minute.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, right?
Actually, my father, he...
Sounds personal, Mike.
No, not at all, Ted.
For as long as I have been alive, he's had pretty much the same facial hair, right? And he effed up shaving this years and years and years ago, so he took a big chunk out of his mustache. I'd never seen him without a mustache, but he goes like, I can't go to work with half a mustache. No. I had to shave the mustache. We knew it'd grow back. My mother was devastated for like a month.
Oh, no.
She's like, I don't want you. And my father was like, dude, I know. I didn't do this as a choice. I did it because I nicked my goddamn
I don't want
mustache.
you to think I'm ugly.
In fact, it was so bad. He's had this mustache for so long that, and he has full facial hair, but he had a mustache for so long. My cousin, who's now a 40-year-old grown man, but before this, he was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. And they would come over for Christmas every year. And we couldn't figure he was just being weird to my dad. All right, just being weird the whole time. And he loves my dad, but he kept being weird to my dad. So at Christmas night,
that's his uncle, right?
His uncle. And so my aunt and my cousin are now driving back home. And we get a call when she gets home, and she's kind of laughing. She goes, "Hey, did my son seem weird today?" And we're all like, "Yeah, a little bit, just off, but you know, kids are kids." And she's like, "He started crying in the car when we left, and he wanted to know why Aunt Carolyn kept hugging that man in the kitchen, and Stephen and Adrian were treating that man like it's their father." She's like, "Who are you talking about?" She's like, "The man who sat down at Christmas dinner and everyone kept talking." She's like, "That was your goddamn uncle." He didn't recognize him without the mustache.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he thought my mom was stepping out. Me and my brother just replaced my father with some random dude. It's like,
he's better.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Someone put together a list of people that either loved or hated their biopics. So it's a lot of big-time famous people and celebrities that have had a movie made about them, whether or not they liked it. So let's play a little game here. Right. Did they like it or did they not? Starting off with Stephen Hawking in the movie Theory of Everything. Did he like his portrayal or not?
I'm going to say he loved it.
Miles?
I'll say yeah.
Ted?
I'll say no.
Stephen Hawking liked The Theory of Everything so much that he told filmmakers that there were times that he thought that he was watching himself.
That's cool.
It really was a good movie. Cool. I don't know if you guys caught it. It was a good movie.
I saw it. I'm a Stephen Hawking fan. I make fun of him all the time. God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. But Stephen Hawking fan, science fan, all that kind of crap. And Eddie Redmayne, odd dude, but very good actor. But I thought he did an outstanding job.
Guy had better game than I did in a wheelchair when he couldn't talk.
All right, that kind of pissed me off about the movie. When you're watching this, Stephen Hawking, you look at any picture of him, it's a standard picture, right?
Right.
He looks like a drunk man slumped over in a chair.
That's right.
That dude was pulling ass.
Yes!
And you're like, you've got to be kidding me.
It's not okay.
No, it's very okay. I bet he was hung like a polo pony.
Do you think his expression ever changed?
Joan Jett, how about her portrayal in The Runaways? Keep in mind it was Kristen Stewart that played her in The Runaways.
No.
Everybody hates Kristen Stewart.
Joan Jett loved Kristen Stewart's portrayal of her in The Runaways and the movie in general. Quote, I think they did an incredible job. I was very proud.
All right.
So good. How about Jim Morrison's portrayal of The Doors? This is more about the band's thoughts on his
I'm going to say no.
Mouse.
If it's a band, no.
Ted?
Yes.
They hated how Jim Morrison was portrayed in Oliver Stone's movie The Doors. He said the film made him seem like, quote, a violent, drunken fool.
I actually thought Val Kilmer did a believable job in that role. I don't know what Jim Morrison was like, but
we believe that he was playing Jim Morrison.
Yeah, I could believe the character.
I still got to see that movie.
Jim Morrison doesn't sound like the friendliest dude in the world.
No.
I
mean, let's see. And look, The Doors kind of control his legacy to a degree, so if you want us to know more about him, you should let us know what that is.
Ravens legend Michael Orr. What did he think about his portrayal in The Blind
Side? He hated it.
He did.
Oh, yeah?
Hated it.
Didn't love how The Blind Side made him seem dumb and also how it made it look like he had no idea how to play football. I thought it was a great movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't think that he looked stupid. I thought he was kind of a gentle giant of sorts.
I think that's what they were going for. I guess he understood it as them making him look dumb, but it's the same thing. I don't think he seemed stupid.
No. Certainly wouldn't say he looked stupid.
Even if he did, I ain't telling him.
Let's see. And then Mark Zuckerberg. How about his portrayal in The Social Network?
I'm going to say there's no way he liked it.
No way.
He didn't like it because it was accurate.
That's exactly
what I'm
right,
thinking.
Ted. Yeah. That is exactly right.
They nailed it.
He did not like The Social Network, especially the idea that he created Facebook, quote, because I wanted to get girls or wanted to get into clubs.
But
it's the truth.
But that was the reason.
But you said that's why you did it.
Even the Vanderpump twins, or whatever their names were.
Like, you said that's why you created it. So,
oh, no. AndrewSykes.com put together a list of the top things that fill us with rage.
Ooh.
Traffic.
Yeah, there you go. Just kind of everyday things that we all experience that would fill us with rage. Ted goes with traffic. What do you guys think as far as your top pick here?
Just the news.
All right, I have one specific one.
Hit me, Ted.
When a punt returner fields a punt inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, God. I know.
Even
if it's a team I hate. Like, right? But what are you doing?
Right.
When I go to get my trash can and it's filled with 9 bags of dog crap.
Oh, amen to that, man. Goodness gracious. Number 10, ATM fees are having to pay withdrawal.
We just went over this last week.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. Number 9, people who chew with their mouth open.
Yeah.
I thought people gave that up in like 4th grade or earlier.
No.
Not everyone.
No, I have 2 or 3 people in my life that I have a difficult time going to dinner with.
Right. Just close your mouth, man. I
ain't talking with the food still in there and the mouth open. But you got to remember, 70 plus.
Sure.
So, like, the people that told you not to do that are the people that are the most guilty of doing it.
I think if you're over 70, though, I cut you slack.
We cut you slack on everything.
But you still do it, and it's still annoying.
Because you're trying to rein in your teeth.
But you're right. I told you, I got to stay on my mom all the time. Like, chew your food. We can talk after this bite.
Right. God.
Garlic knot.
Top things.
Exactly.
Top things that fills with rage. Number 8, when you're in a crosswalk and someone speeds through without stopping.
Well, sure. Because you don't want to die.
Right.
Or when they're looking left and just make a right.
Yeah, not okay.
That is amazing. Like, you turn in the direction you're not looking. This is your theory of driving. Okay.
Dude, last night I was walking home, somebody did that, right? They were the 3rd car in line. So, like, the first 2 it's a decent size, it's 4 lanes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm right there. They almost hit me, and then, like, I'm so close to their car, and I'm like, what the F? And they were like, what? Like, I was the a-hole.
Right.
If I didn't stop, you would have hit me. And then I thought, man, I should have took that bump and some money.
That's right. Take one for the team, Ted.
I know who to call.
Number 7. Yeah. Shallowness and ignorance. That's kind of self-explanatory. You don't want to be around people that are shallow and ignorant.
The problem is this.
They're confident.
100% of people probably agree with that statement, but it depends on your particular perspective of life.
Yeah,
it's not a definitive thing, right? So if someone just adamantly disagrees with you, they believe of you what you believe of them.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though I'm right. That's the crazy thing.
Top things that fill us with rage. Number 6, hidden fees.
Yeah. Don't hide them.
Right.
What is the cost of this, you mother effer?
Right. People have a tough time with that when they come to America. from anywhere else.
Right.
What is all this other crap? The cost was this. The price
Why are
was
we
this.
allowed to do that? Right. If I knew it was going to cost that much, I would probably still pay that much, but now I'm just pissed.
Right, now I'm mad about the cost.
I want to watch TV. I'm going to get TV. You're one of the best providers of TV. Why are you gouging me? Don't make me believe that you're down there in your competitive prices. I got you because you're a good...
I feel the same thing. I feel the same thing about the same thing about car shopping, right?
Right.
You look at the sticker...
$23.99.
You know what state you're in. Mm-hmm. You know what the taxes are.
Right. You know
what the tags are. You have everything there. Just give me what I owe you.
Right.
The total price of this entire transaction should be the sticker price on the car.
I don't know why that's so difficult.
Mm-hmm. I don't either.
Number 5, people who don't say please and thank you. Mm-hmm. Which, again, I don't know how you've gotten this far in life.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, that is one of the number one... That's like... Kid 101.
It is. I mean, it's one of the first things you tell the kid. Like, look, I don't even care if you're an a-hole. At least say please and thank you.
Right. It's a joke. It's an annoying joke. What do you say? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows this.
Everyone knows the answer to that.
Yes.
When you hold the door for someone and they don't even acknowledge you in even a head nod, anything.
Right.
That's a Seattle thing.
I guess I'm just a doorstop, you jackass.
That is definitely Seattle.
Goodness gracious.
Say that to him, Mike.
I will, man. When I look up and I say hi to you when we're passing and I'm walking my dog and you look as if I am a hobo trying to ask you for $100.
Right.
Like I said, good morning, man. I'm walking my dog. Number 4.
Don't freak out because your puppy's hanging out of the window and some dude walked over to pet it and you were like, get away from my car.
Especially if your name's Ted.
That did not happen.
Did you walk up to the window?
I didn't pet it. I thought about it.
Yes.
Well, his girlfriend got in. The car wasn't taken off yet. The puppy was with, arm's reach. I was
sure.
Like,
man, he's fluffy.
Hi, buddy.
Number 4, when you're stuck on hold and have to keep pushing different numbers to get to the right department.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. When you're trapped in that carousel.
Oh, my God. You realize there's no way to
Right.
feasibly get to an operator.
Right. They have managed to overcomplicate that to the point to where now the phone lines are once again jammed up with people just mashing 0 until they get somebody.
Or at least be honest when the recording comes on and say, your call doesn't mean a goddamn thing to us.
We're going to drag you along
But we'll
here
get there.
We will get there.
Options. Last year I had an issue with a company. It took me literally almost an hour. But I finally got a human.
Oh, my God.
And a refund.
And then here's the thing. If you do work in customer service on that end of things, we're not always mad at you, but if you waited an hour you get everyone's. And I know they know that.
Right.
But sometimes it's hard to keep it together. Like, I'm not even mad at you.
From time to time, you get the audio of the guy that freaks out on somebody in customer service that's been on hold for that long. Nobody ever feels bad for him. He shouldn't have done what he did, but nobody ever feels bad for that guy.
I don't mind waiting for someone who is helping other customers.
Right. Sure.
What I hate is trying to go through the automation system to get there when they say, like, what is your reason for calling?
Right.
I have a problem with the transaction. Let's look at your transactions.
Right.
Like, no.
I already know what the problem is. That's why I'm calling. Although I did learn one thing from Hair Club years ago. And he's one of those people, and I've done this since then. So, and it doesn't matter. You can be a Target, you can be on the phone, whatever. So you pose what your problem is, whatever it is, and typically that customer service person, if it gets to a certain point, they're like, well, let me consult with the manager. It's always this. And it's put me on the phone with your manager. I need to talk to the person that makes the decisions.
Right.
Because if you can't make decisions, then it's impossible for you to help me, right?
Exactly.
That's just how life works. If you can't help me, then you can't help me. Let me just talk to the manager. And then one of two things happens. Either you talk to the manager who does not want to talk to you and it gets resolved real quick, or when they consult with the manager, things get dealt with a lot faster.
All right.
There's a lot of time. And it's just like, if you can't help me, then what is the point?
Why are you here?
I mean, that's all.
There's some companies that have actually updated, and I appreciate this, that they say, do you want to speak to a representative? You say yes. Okay, you're in line. We'll give you a call. And then they just hang up on you. No. Cool. Now I go about my day and I get a phone call.
Unless you're Miles, in which case they will always call right after he walks away from his phone.
Yes. Number 3, when someone thinks the rules don't apply to them. Makes sense.
Sure.
Which falls in line with number 2, rude people in general.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the top thing that fills us with rage, as according to our friends over at AndrewSykes.com, when someone cuts in line in front of you.
Oh, that, yeah.
I haven't had that in a while.
Same. I just don't understand how people get the nads to do it. I don't get it, man. A woman took to the internet to reveal a dark truth about the movie theater.
What was that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Think about Cock. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, it's going to contest it on the line. For profile, that's at 206-421-ROCK. All right, we made it to drinking time.
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimated.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.